Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is the day 13 of our MS Excel journey and we are learning the MS Excel from the very basics. In the previous video, you have seen that I have helped you learn the concatenate functions which help you to merge or combine the values from one cell and another cell to a single cell. This can be helped in many scenarios when you use it in a day-to-day operations or when you're using the MS Excel daily, you will find that you need this function to help you organize the data and get insights. Today we'll see how can we organize and present our data in a clean and presentable manner rather than showing it in an unpresentable or vague manner. While continuing further, you will see that how can we use certain formulas to present our data in a clean manner. So to watch and learn every insights from the video, make sure to watch the video till the end, and if you are not yet subscribed and click the bell icon, please do subscribe and click the bell icon so that I can come up with new videos every single time. Without wasting any time, let's go directly to the Excel and see how can we practically use those formulas and get the results. Today I've told you that we'll be looking at the formula which helps you to organize your data in a clean and presentable manner. So for making that come true, I have taken some example over here, that is I have written some names where the data is not organized clearly, that is some words are in their capital letters and some in their small letters. Also, if you see properly, there are additional spaces in between the two words in a cell. By using the functions or a formula in the MS Excel, you will be able to remove that, and we'll see how can we do that. For that, there is a function in the MS Excel which is named as, wait a minute, I will tell you one by one the formula name of the formula so that you don't get confused. Let's see how can we use that formula. The first thing which I want to rectify over here is that I want it to be presented in a clean manner, that is the first letter to be presented in a capital letter and rest everything in a small letters. So I use a formula which is called as proper. Yes, you heard it right. The name of that formula is proper. I'll insert that formula over here. Remember that I have told you that whenever we use a formula, we need to begin with the is equal to sign. So I put is equal to and type proper. You see the formula get displayed over here. I simply press tab and it's asked for the text. That is, it is asking for the cell from where it want to organize the data in a proper manner. I will select this cell and I simply close the bracket and I press enter. You see that the wherever there was a capital letters were mentioned in the capital letters have been changed and it is organized in a clean manner. That is, if you see over here, Kapoor KAP was in the capital letters, and by inserting the formula, that is in its small letter as we require. I simply come over here and double click and we get the result over here. The values which I am marking in yellow color over here represents I have used the formula over there. Now there is one catch, or there is one mistake, or there is one thing which we need to further rectify, that is the additional spaces in between the words. By using the proper formula, we are able to convert the words which are in capital to small letter, excluding the first letter of the word. Now there is another formula in Excel which removes the additional spaces in between the words, and the name of that formula is trim. As you heard it right, whenever we edit a video, we use the trim function to remove the unnecessary part of the video. The same goes with the Excel. Whenever there is unnecessary spaces in between the words, we use trim and just remove it. I put is equal to trim and I press enter and I give the reference to the cell and press enter. You see that the additional spaces is getting removed. It won't be shown over here because here I have just given one space, but if I autofill the rest of the data, you will see that at the third and fourth column there were additional spaces in the first column, and when I use the trim formula, the additional spaces have been removed. Now, but here what is the catch? That is, when I use a proper formula, the additional spaces does not get removed, and when I use the trim formula, the data is not organized as I want it to be organized. So what can we do? Can we use the combination of the proper and trim function to get the result? Yes, we can do that. We use over here the combination of proper press trim to get our result. That is, I put is equal to proper, I press tab, then again I put another formula over there, that is trim. Again I press tab and give the reference to the first cell and close the bracket. Now you can see over here, when I close one bracket, my formula trim gets closed and not the proper. Proper is still activated. In order to close it, I need to insert another bracket. That is, when I get a black color bracket at my right hand side, I can say that the formulas are closed and we can now press enter. I press enter and I just double click over here, and you see that it's get organized in a clean and neat manner. That is, the alphabets are organized properly, first letter in a capital and rest everything in a small, and also the additional spaces in between them is being removed. This was the use of the proper and trim function in MS Excel. This can be used to organize the data in seconds rather than you just going on typing the data manually. I will add another two formulas which you can use to get the results you require. Here, suppose you want the data to be organized, the entire wordings of a cell to be organized in uppercase and the entire wordings of a data to be recognized in the smaller letters. You can do that by inserting the formula. I just type it over here and you can get the result. For organizing the data, the wordings of the cell, every wordings of the cell in an upper letter, that's a capital letter, we use the formula called as upper. As you word it right, we use the upper formula to get that result. I put is equal to upper and I just give the reference to the cell and I press enter, and you see that everything gets organized in a upper format. Now here I have given reference to the first column. Here you can also give the reference to your D column because it is properly organized and you get the result as you require. Now you can also organize it to a lower letter, that is by the using the formula called as lower. I put is equal to lower and I give the reference over here, and you see that every wordings of the data is presented in the lower case over here. This was the use of the upper and lower function in the MS Excel, which you can use to get the results which you require. These are the functions, the 5 functions which are mainly used to organize the data in the manner you require in an efficient and faster manner. These formulas help you to reduce your time and get the results you require within minutes or even within seconds. This was the data which I have given you. Only 5 names were given. You don't need to worry if there are hundreds and thousands of names. You just need to put the formula at the first row and give autofill. The rest of the cells get automatically filled by using this formula. This formula can be used irrespective of the number of rows present over here. You need to just write the formula properly and give the right reference over there. Here, in the type of reference, there are two types of reference. One is the absolute reference and one is the relative reference. This will be covered in the next videos. So, to make sure you watch that video and learn from it, subscribe and hit the bell icon to never miss any learnings in the MS Excel. This was it for the day. I hope you have learned to organize the data in a clean and presentable manner. I will see you all in the next video. Till then, keep smiling and have a good day.